Will Michael Vick be loyal to the Eagles, and more importantly, should he be? That's what we're discussing with Andrew Brandt, president of the National Football Post. Andrew, let's start with Vick's decision going back a little bit to play for the Eagles back in 2009. What kind of deal was he looking for at that time?
Well, summer 2009, Michael Vick didn't have a lot of options. It's hard to believe right now. Most teams in the NFL could have had Michael Vick if they really wanted him. And the Eagles had shown interest along with a couple other teams that my sense was Vick didn't want to play for. So he wanted a one-year deal to really set him up for 2010, the season we're in now, where he could be a free agent playing for someone else for a big contract. The Eagles insisted on a two-year deal to get the benefit of the bargain for taking him when no one wanted him. That was a big decision for Vick to agree to that two-year deal. It turns out it's worked well for Vick because he used 2009 as really a rehab year to get himself in shape, and 2010 is becoming this incredible year where he's talked among the MVP candidates. So, will he show loyalty? I think he will. This is a guy that feels loyal to Andy Reid for taking a chance when not a lot of other teams did. There was an interest from the beginning when Vick got out of jail. Reid asked all the questions of all the people, including Tony Dungy, including high school people, did his research, made a commitment to Vick, kept him through March when there was rumors about trading Michael Vick back then. Loyalty is hard to define. Does loyalty mean he stays here no matter what else people offer? I'm not sure. But there is a sense of loyalty and a feeling, a warm feeling for Andy Reid and the great coaching job that he and Marty Mornhinweg have done there.
From an agent's perspective, you've worked with athletes on both sides of the table. From an agent's perspective, how do you kind of weigh that, and how do you sort of advise, your client in terms of being loyal and also, looking for a good financial deal?
I think that's the decision to make, but in my experience, the incumbent team always does and should have the advantage. He's been in the system. Football is not like basketball or baseball. Baseball, you have a pitcher, he can pitch anywhere. Basketball, you can fit in, and there's only 5 players on the team. Football is about schemes, it's about designs, it's about 11 interdependent parts, it's about people knowing systems, knowing coaching systems, knowing West Coast, 4-3, 3-4, cover 2. That's why free agency, in my opinion, doesn't work that well in the NFL. You don't see quarterbacks making these moves at the height of their career. I mean, for the Chicago Bears to get Jay Cutler was a huge move, and number 1 and number 2, all this money. Obviously, that doesn't happen. For Michael Vick and or Peyton Manning to potentially be free agents is a massive, massive thing in the NFL. That's why the franchise tag is very much in play in this negotiation. Vick will show loyalty. Ultimately, the hammer belongs to the Eagles with that tag. But I just think there's a lot of warmth between the two sides for what happened in 2009 when Andy Reid and the Eagles made a commitment where not many people were willing to do so.
Yeah, I think you make a good point. From a football perspective, he's never played like this. He's never had this kind of success in the past. So just looking at what's left of his career, I think it does make sense that way too. But Andrew will be writing about it, National Football Post. You can read him there. Also follow him on Twitter at 80Brandt. I'm Sheil Kapadia from Philly.com.